Hello, welcome back to Snekburd. Alright, so last episode we got a single level done, but we managed to build a very cool machine. This episode, I guess we're moving on. We're skipping 33 because we can't access it right now. It is in level 31, but I've spent long enough on it that I don't really feel like doing it anymore. So instead, we'll be moving on to level 34. So yeah, let's see how it is. 3 birds, 1 length 2, 1 length 3, 1 length 1. A single block. Alright, even as a 1 length bird, you cannot push a size 1 object. Okay, fair enough. Still no idea if birds can push birds, but I don't think that's that's not gonna work. Alright, so yeah, I can see from here at this height, red definitely just needs to get up there. Okay. So my question now is it possible to get, well, it has to be. I have to get this block up there. Okay, I know that it'll be pretty easy for Redbird to get back up here. So I think it's red. Okay, I think, well, if Redbird can get up there with the help of Bluebird, then Greenbird can also get down here. Because Greenbird can push. Sorry, Redbird can push Greenbird up, and Green can get up there. So, yeah, definitely possible to get all 3 birds back up there. So, I don't mind getting them all stuck down here for now. Now, how do we get something up there? My guess is really that. Well. I don't have any idea how this would work at all. Like, clearly it needs to be pushed off onto something, and in reality, you can only push off to this, right? But you're not telling me, a length of 1 definitely can't just push up there. Okay, I'm thinking, what if it were that a length of 3, I do have a little problem with this. The problem being this spike wall over here is preventing a lot of stuff. Like, suppose somehow you're able to push up this column, which I think I can, honestly. I can just demonstrate that. So it simply needs to do this. But the problem is that because of the spike wall, you can't actually push it anywhere. Okay, hold on. Okay, maybe this works? I can sort of see this working. Yeah, okay. I can see like some sort of weird shuffle that makes sense here. But really, I need to go even higher. Honestly, I think I can go higher if I wanted to. Like, this actually gets us a lot higher. Actually, that might work. How much higher can I go, though? The problem is that, aha! 2 bird can't go down and push this to the round. Okay, so what I was thinking was that if right now Greenbird did whatever it was supposed to do, like so. Sure. What was supposed to happen again? Right, it's just supposed to keep flipping themselves around each other. I don't understand this section at all. And like, okay, even if I were able to demonstrate this kind of move, right? Like at this point, if red were just on top of that, so like if it looked more like this actually. Yeah, this actually works out. We do still have a problem where even if that push happened, nothing could actually catch it. So you just get this perpetual motion machine where it keeps getting pushed up and it keeps getting shoved back onto the ground. You need something to catch it, which is impossible, like unless you go even higher. Can Bluebird get any more height? Yes, but like at a pretty big cost. Because now Greenbird can't get up there. Unless Greenbird was given some boost. But the problem is that for Greenbird to get up there at all... Okay, you actually need something like this. This, plus this pushing up. That's how you get Redbird up there. And like so... How much high can I get from here? I get pretty high. But really, the issue is that I need Redbird to get up there as well. And if Redbird were to get up there, I can't just push up like so, because once I push up, Redbird is stuck on the ground. Unless it manages to somehow get in here, which it cannot. I just want to get up there and push over, I think. Yeah, I just want to be able to push over to the right. And that's my goal. That's my entire goal. Okay. If that were my goal, how will I accomplish it? Well, again, it looks like this has to happen with red slightly, so with the entire setup slightly higher. But I can't get the setup to be slightly higher, can I? This just doesn't work. I mean, about how high could I actually get? This was at the very beginning, right? Yeah. I did something like this, and then got this block to be down here. So yeah, this is the beginning of the entire setup. I need a horizontal that looked like that. I need a... Well, I mean, this is where we got, right? Yeah, this is as far as we got. I can't go any higher, however, which is a problem. Yes, it is a problem. How shall I solve it? No. Here? Another problem I kind of wanted to solve was just getting this to be in this shape, but like the other way. How do I get that to happen? How do I get its head to be there? There, that's how I got its head to be there. Well, we're stuck. Okay. So, I just want to get up there. It's not that hard to get up there, is it? Like, look at this. This push is so nice, but this push doesn't work. I need to get red up even higher, but at that point it just feels impossible. Feels impossible to get red higher. Although, how much higher could red actually get? Sorry, blue, I mean. Pretty high, actually, I think. Yeah, technically, actually, you could get pretty high. Oh, that's as high as you can get. That actually is high enough to do good stuff. Because if I manage to get on top of that, which I can, with the help of these birds, Yes, I can. I can push it over and have some guy down at the catch. Okay, there you go. That's progress. Now, I want Redbird to do this thing. I can see some... Yeah, I can see some merit to this. Of course, we still need to get it up there, but I think once we do, we should be fine. The only way to get it up there, though, is I think it needs to stack on... It just needs to be higher. It just needs to be, like, I think 2 higher. That should actually be good enough. Okay, so we just have to get this entire setup over by 1, which I can do, despite there being a little hitch. I think we're actually fine because green can move away. Yes, I can push up by 2. Then by stacking on green... Oops. Yeah, I can push this over. Alright. The block is up there. I do still need to get back down to help up... help green up, yes. This should be good enough. Good. Then Bluebird can help Redbird up as well. There you go. Okay. Now I think you can just get Greenbird in there. And then with the help of you... you need to be slightly offset. Like so. Okay. I guess Red, you'll be the one doing the offset. You'll get up there yourself, and then Blue can help you up. And I think we're done. There you go. Okay. Decent first puzzle, I suppose. Hey, 33. I guess we're doing this in the wrong order now, but that's sure thing. Hopefully 34 isn't harder than 33. Like, level 12 in Snowland has just guaranteed to me that it's not ordered by pure difficulty. 31 here also shows the exact same thing. Let's see what 33 is like. Wow. Okay, 2 pretty short individuals. I believe once again these are all fruit, so actually Greenbird, he has to eat all the fruit. What is this? Oh! Hey, wait. Okay, if I manage to solve this before 32, we actually get our setup for a flying machine like pretty fast. This is actually what a flying machine looks like, right? Right? Yeah, it is. This gets us stuck. This also gets us stuck. Okay. It is not the same here because I can get slightly higher. Okay, also, like, doing this, I can, like, fall a little bit, which lets me escape. Now, I do want to see if there is any issue with doing that trick here. Like, as a higher length, is it not possible to actually make this flying machine work? Why not? Why isn't it possible? I need to, like, sort of learn how to get this to work. So why does this work? Because the step below it goes away. Okay, so then, as a length of... Oh, this is not... Okay. As a length of 4, could I do... let me go higher. Could I do something like... this? Not like that. So the step, or the object below me goes away, right? Which is what allows the climb to work. Does this work? It does! Look at that, that is so cursed. It's like the tail goes through the bluebird. But this doesn't work anymore. I think it's because... Ah, but this should work. Oh, that's a very interesting flying machine. Here, the only reason why this works is because the step above Bluebird goes away. I see, alright. So that's what this level is teaching us about. This level could have come before, I think. This level could have definitely come before. I want to reset the level. I'm pretty sure I want to actually be of length 4 from here onwards. Actually, no. The inability to get up any higher might prevent us from getting out of here well enough. So maybe I want to do the opposite first. What about length of 3? Would a length of 3 be possible? No, right? Because... Well, no, I do see a way a length of 3 could work. It's just that I don't think I can actually eat one of these and then survive. Yeah, I can't be a length of 3. This always increments you by a length of 2, I think. Okay. So going back over there, we learned that it was possible to do this because our tail, which will go away next turn, is above the bluebird. This basically allows the bluebird to go up by 1. If that remained as a solid part of the green bird, then bluebird couldn't be pushed upwards, which gets you to be stuck, but this works. And by shifting blue left and right, you can actually get this thing to work out. So I can't push up here, but okay. This gets me to a length of 6. I can fall a little. Oh gosh. Okay. Alright, there you go. That gets us out. That was so scuffed. Alright, now we just basically do the same thing here as a length of 6. And you make sure the tail rests above the head, which might actually require, like, this, really. Yeah, and then we can just do the exact same thing. Wow. This is generalizable at all lengths of even values. Up, here, up, up. Then 2 directions left or right, up. Yeah. And we can get in. No, we need to go a little higher so that bluebird can escape. Ooh, but how much higher? See, the problem with this is that you're in the wrong parity. Is this gonna work? Oh, this is fine. Okay. Just shifting up by 1 at the very least is good enough. There you go. Okay, introduction to flying machines, oddly coming before 32. I think perhaps what the goal of this was to actually make you invent it yourself. That's actually pretty ingenious, to make this level come before 33. And I'm pretty sure you have to do this. No, you don't, actually. After 29 comes 34, then 33. You could technically go full length of 33 without ever seeing 32. But yeah, 32 coming first forces you to learn how to make your machine before applying it elsewhere. And in this case, its application shows up in 33. I wonder if it'll show up in 35. Well, I will, okay. We're just doing that exact same thing. We got all fruits here, but eventually will become a length of 9. A length of 9 is odd. Well, yes, obviously it is odd, but the more interesting thing I want to actually realize from this, okay, is that hold on, how does the only space in here is a size of 9? Well, okay, but the thing is that at this point you don't actually need any more flying ability, right? Once you fall, you fall, and it honestly doesn't really matter what length you are. Although the total length of this, like, the total body mass, biomass mass is without water. The total body mass, at the very end of this puzzle would be 10. You get a total of 10 segments of snake. And so that means that at some point you must have some protrusion out of this box. This box only holds 9 objects. So you can't hold both snakes without some protrusion of some kind, regardless of whether you possess a flying snake or not. So, what is the trick here then? This actually lets us eat and escape. That's very interesting that there's that one gap there that does that. Would have also worked if that gap were anywhere, but yeah, clearly I can't fit everyone in here. Even if I like sort of did this, yeah, we also have one extra gap, one extra segment there. A length of 9 and a length of 1 from 10 total. So at some point someone has to dismount out of this vehicle, which is a little bit worrying to me. I can't fall one more, can I? No, because if I fell one more then everyone has to fit inside already. This is the maximum, and that maximum doesn't let me fit in there. So it kind of looks like, sort of, in transit you can get this setup, which allows a bird to get in and get out. This doesn't work. This clearly doesn't work either. I feel like if you go in here... I'm sorry, why does this work? Oh, because yeah, you're resting on a fruit. So actually, after this... Well, green is kind of stuck eating all these fruit, right? It kind of has to eat all the fruit. It can't leave without. Unless somehow green managed to form a hook that can be pulled out. Well, even then, red couldn't pull it out because red can't push anything. So... Also, look at that. That is so cursed. Just... What is this end over here? Like, snakes don't usually have that, do they? Huh? No they don't, Look at it, it's usually that shape. I think it's because when it gets onto this, but... No, it's... what? Nah, it still looks fine here, it just suddenly stops looking fine here. Oh, I know why, it's because of it's the background behind the rocks that appears to attach itself to... Alright, fair enough. Okay. Sorry, it looks so frayed. Yeah, it actually looks absolutely fine. The holes in the wall behind it are what? Oh wow, alright. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, back to my logic over here. It definitely looks like green has to eat of these. I don't know if that's something you can resolve. I suppose that's not entirely true. At this point, perhaps red could get in and eat something. Ooh. See, but the problem is that by pushing here, you'd always have something fall. It's just, if nothing can get up there at all, this is the only way you can get something to stay hooked on. If at a length of 3 I push, it's just gonna fall, and green bird basically cannot get back out. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to... Like, am I supposed to break the level in some way, or something? I guess if Redbird could escape, which it actually kind of can, you could theoretically fit the entirety of Greenbird inside. Of course, Greenbird can survive, but Redbird is now very, very, very stuck. Just like how Greenbird was stuck in the past. It wouldn't help if Redbird was initially stored in that cranny or nook down there. Even then, it probably couldn't have been. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be slightly impossible as well. Slightly impossible as well. So yeah, Bluebird can, Redbird can actually do this. Is this ever useful? Is there ever any point in this happening? No, not really. Ta-da! Greenbird survives, but where does Redbird go? Nowhere, it seems. I feel like this is another reprise of like, I think level 7 in Snowland. We had this one box that kind of falls, and then you have to sort of like break free of it. I forgot what we did there, but we did manage to fit everyone in that box. Whereas in this case, it's clearly not possible to do that. Huh. I do notice that you can almost kind of like change your shape inside this hole. Not sure how useful that would be. But clearly it's not gonna fit everyone. Once again, I'm maybe starting to doubt the idea of eating all of these. Although, see, to be able to escape, right, you do have to enter this slot, and then by that point, you sort of have to just eat all the fruit anyway. I would like to say that this chamber over here is built to house, is in fact built to house, is in fact designed to force you to eat every fruit here. Could probably also do that with like a loop. Because it's what, 7 fruits, right? You can just do that with a loop of 8. With 1 hole. I mean, this is also a loop of 8, 1 hole, so... This basically does force you to eat all the fruit. I just don't know how to work it out after that. If you were to enter this from any other... Does this work? Oh, this also works. Okay, this also... Oh! Okay, this also works, but in a more special way. Okay, well, it works in a more special way, but like, not that special. The result is almost always the exact same though. It just is. Like I wouldn't know how to, like, conceptually. Let's think about it conceptually. Must there still... I mean, I can create a lift that I can actually push downwards. But if anything's ever stuck in here, which it will always be, first I can push down there probably because, yeah, well, I think it's pretty obvious why I can't push down at all here. What if at some point we manage to get Redbird to just leave? Like, I can't get up here without Redbird, right? So, getting Redbird to just leave is kind of a mistake. But if I could get up there and then eat all the fruit and Redbird could also just leave before then I think we're also just done. Okay, so let's try this again. So here, eat. Ah, but Redbird can't leave here at this point, can it? Yeah, the ground will need to have fallen by 2 at the very least. Even more. Okay, so now it is forced. Oh, I can do this. That's interesting. That is interesting. But clearly I can't get up there. I need a certain amount of height to do that. Okay, well, you know what I can do though? I could probably do this. If I started in the middle column, I could get up to here. But this wouldn't hold it up. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't hold it up. So, I feel like... Okay, so, temporary goal. Get Greenbird up here with Redbird outside the cage, I guess. You call this a bird cage. Get this to occur while Redbird is outside the cage, preferably able to leave immediately. I mean, I could theoretically have gotten it stuck in there at this point. Not really, but I could have. I can't ever push it towards the left, so like, hooking it onto the ground itself is also not an option. I can push it up and down though, like, up requires some special finagling, but down is a lot easier to work with, and maybe that's okay? I can do this now. That's interesting, but I can never actually get up there. To get up there, I need to do at least this. And like, it makes a lot more sense if Green was inside the cage when this happened. I can eat I can eat a partial amount of fruit. That actually works out very well. Because I can actually... partial amount of fruit seems good. I can eat like quite a lot. I can eat any amount really. I think I eat up to 8. I can be of a length up to 8 and this still works. Not really, but it still should work. Not really, because I felt too much space. I think this length is the best length to have. Yeah. I can't believe I can't push down anymore. But like, okay, if I can get here with a partial length and get down, couldn't I get up there myself now? Like, if somehow I managed to get to the top of this block. So... Oh, okay, hold on, I can think of something. Ah, never mind. See, this length of 2 is very unfortunate. Like, it only fits a length of 2. Any other length and it wouldn't be able to, you won't be able to do this transfer from inside the cage to outside. I just can't get to the top of this elevator, I guess. I don't know, I keep finding new metaphors for this object. I think elevator makes the most sense to me at the moment. Yeah, this elevator. Just can't get into it. At a partial length of 4 and maybe above. I don't know how easy it would be to get above this, to like get up here. It doesn't look plausible at all, really, to get up there as a length of 4. I could get the bird out, I could just... But I can't ever actually do this, can I? Yeah, once I push up, I just can't push up anymore. So like, it also never actually felt possible to store a bird in here. Like, obviously, because this gives you a bird length of 9 and the size is only 8. Using this central hole here also, well, okay, I can see a way it might work. If it were instead where green was on top of red. This? No. Huh. Never actually works. Right, that makes sense because... Yeah, you can never actually get into this hole and still... You can never actually get into this hole yourself. Like, for some reason. A length of 2 outside with a hole of 1 inside will always result in extra at least 1 length inside the elevator that isn't in that little cubby hole here. So yeah, I can't do anything about it. Again, partial length is possible, possibly useful as well. I just have no idea how to use it. Maybe this chamber acted as like a prevention measure for that? I could definitely see that happening. Oh, I do find it interesting that you can still climb using the trick we learned in the previous level. The issue is that still, Redbird can never actually get out. If Redbird got out, the entire thing would just fall. How do you escape? How do you get out of the box? I don't know what kind of maneuver is necessary here. You get this maneuver, and that's really all there is to it. Ta-da! What a maneuver, right? I got stuck now. Yeah. I don't know if my goal is right, but I think it is. I think it still is right. It's just that this is the only way I'm ever gonna get a bird on top of that elevator. I think it is the only way. I can also get Redbird on top of the elevator, I think. Some special things need to happen first. I believe it might look like this. Like this? Something like that. So, yeah, it looks like that. Not really. Wait, can Redbird actually get... Yeah, Redbird can get out. It's actually not that challenging at all. It's just after that happens, obviously nothing else can happen. I also just realized that if this were to happen to Green, Green also couldn't get out. Because Green needs to... Green can't get on top of the elevator. Green has to stay in the elevator and eat. So it really is that Red needs to get out. But Red can't get out. If we existed in a position where Green could get in, Red cannot get out. This elevator actually does not serve 2 floors at once, which makes sense for how elevators work, but is very annoying for our purposes. Because the thing only falls, it only falls. And of course, even after doing so, I'm pretty sure Green still has to stay in its hole. So like this, but somehow... I suppose I can leave like this. It's not really very useful. Huh. Look at that. Wow. I let you back in. We might still be stuck though. Oh, no, we're not. Wow. Holy crap. That was just it. So what was the trick there? It was to just prop up the elevator just high enough for it to get in. And that only worked for a couple of reasons. Because this space existed, firstly. Also, I needed to sort of make way with my tail. That's why before that I did this downward move first. Which allowed me to do this re-entry. I need to be able to push this up around here. And this only occurred because my tail was the last thing in the bottom row. If it wasn't the last thing in the bottom row... yeah, well then... awkward things happen. So this push has to exist, and then only then can this happen. There you go. Wow, that is so specific and not even close to what I imagined to be the solution. I thought we were completely lost when Redbird got stuck up there, but apparently that was not the answer. So cool. All right, I think that concludes this for now. Of course, we can still go back to 31, but yeah, I mean, I could still try looking for answers here, but right now I think I'm still pretty stuck on this. I don't know how much I want to try on this. Again, we probably could put a couple more minutes into this before officially needing a hint. But right now I'm completely out of ideas, so I guess we'll see what we do next episode. Also, we finally unlocked, I think, Cloudland? Level 3, I think, for... No, level 4, which is the bird world. Sure. Yeah, 1 for normal, 1 for snow, and then 2 for the birdland. And once we're done with level 31, we can move on to the next world, which I think is this one. Yeah, the Sunset Land. Cool. Alright, so that will be all. Next episode we'll move on to 31, or we'll go back to 31, and then we'll move on after that if possible, or if I somehow solve 31 within that period of time. Yeah, until then though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!